Hi Leo, welcome. Welcome Leo to LettiSpeaks. How are you guys doing today? So Leo, today we are going to take a look at the energies that came through for this super blue moon. Move my mic closer. And we will be seeing how that energy will relate to you, how you can utilize that energy, and then what things you can benefit from if you are open to the information and these energies coming through for this time for you, Leo. All right. Thank you. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're new, hi, my name is Letty and welcome to our page. I hope you find a sense of peace, joy, love coming from this page. If you find that you are resonating with the energy, make sure that you like, share, comment. You can also subscribe if you feel led to do so. If you do subscribe, make sure that you hit the bell so you'll be notified when I go live or if I post new content, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started for Leo. And we're going to get started by taking a look at the energies arising during this time for you. So I'll be using quite a few decks today. 3 different oracle decks. My tea leaf oracle deck. I'll be using my African Goddess Rising oracle deck. 4. And then I'll also be using the energies, the 7 energies oracle deck. And then my Angel Answers deck at the very end. So let's see for Leo. And then a couple of different tarot decks. My Urban Tarot deck, and then also another tarot deck for clarification. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. Midweek, by the way. I hope the week has been good to you all this far. It's been wonderful for me, you know. I hardly ever have any complaints. Even when I can complain, I don't, because I tend to just realize that things could always be a lot worse, as they have been, right? And so it's up, you know, my focus is up. So that might be some encouragement for someone today. So the energies that came out for you, Leo, is Scissors, May, Eye, Hat, Broken Ring, Dark Man, and Grasshopper. So let's go ahead and start discovering these energies. With Scissors, this could talk about some type of disappointment in an affair, in some type of affair. Clarifying it, the Queen of Cups comes out. So this could actually be, it almost, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. There almost could be a disappointment as it pertains to, it feels like a marriage for me. It feels like a committed connection, relationship. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Someone that you thought was actually this very, you know, passive, very receptive, very mother-like, nurturing energy can actually be the very opposite too if you get on her bad side, right? If you get on his bad side, he can turn from the perfect mate, you know, very loyal, you know, very chivalrous, into thug life. Listen, don't try me. Try Jesus because I fight type of energy, right? And so Leo, there could be like some issues around a relationship coming up in this time. Things could be like just really rough. What is this May? Page of Swords. I tend to think this could have something to do with a Gemini, or it could also be, let's see, we have Gemini. And what comes after Gemini? We have May, June. What comes after Gemini? Whatever that sign is that comes after Gemini, I want to believe, I know Taurus comes before Gemini, after Gemini, whatever that sign is that shares the Gemini, or that follows Gemini in May, or it could be a Taurus, right? It could be a Gemini as well. I feel like there's some level of separation that could be happening, right? Some level of separation. There was some level of truth that may have come in to spark this disagreement, this level of separation coming in right now. Or there could have been just a delving in with I. This talks about psychic ability and trusting your intuition. The Ace of Swords is some level of revelation coming in around this. And the King of Wands. Yeah, for someone, I feel like this is definitely relationship oriented, where there could be someone else involved that has come to light. The King of Wands talks about that very chivalrous energy. It's someone that you want on your team when you want to get things done, when you need inspiration. The Ace of Swords is those ideas coming in. If this is not about a relationship, this could be you getting the all of the mental support that you need to move forward. We also have Hat here, talking about you stepping into another role, Leo. Let's see, what is Hat? Things may suddenly shift for you quickly and place you in a whole different position, a whole different role. You may look around one day and just realize how things have just all of a sudden shifted. This could be in regards to work. It could be in regards to the role that you play in the home, the role that you play in a job, a workplace. And this could also be you having to step into a different role because of physical ailments, physical circumstances as well. Why is broken ring here? But I feel like for maybe some of you Leos, this is definitely around relationship, because everything is pointing to commitment, broken commitment. So broken ring is talking about parting ways, be in either romance or business. The Ten of Swords came in. There's something that's breaking up here, someone that's breaking up, and they're going their separate ways. There's something that didn't work out here. There's a commitment that's being broken. Someone has decided to just move on, to move forward. Maybe both of you have. What is this dark man? There's some dealings with a dark man with dark hair or a dark complexion. Who is this dark man? We have the Hierophant. This man could be someone that you are connected to or dealing with that could represent a spiritual authority. It could represent someone with spiritual ranking, with respect, someone who people would come to get help, to get information. someone that helps people in some type of way to get unstuck. And this could have something to do with your situation, maybe someone that you have gone to for assistance in some type of way. And why is grasshopper here? It says that there's a situation that's kind of in the balance. It hasn't really been determined, but it's kind of, it could go either way. And we have the star. That's too many. Let's get another card. Why is grasshopper here for Leo? And the 10 of Pentacles. And so this is, I feel like it's talking about your future, right? Not being too sure of how things will take off or how things will turn out. You could be faced with a crossroads, a decision on how you want to move forward, what it is that you want at this point. Dealing with the situation at hand, you could be really reassessing life, maybe realizing that it hasn't unfolded exactly the way that you had originally intended when all of this started. I feel like there's a lot of energies in the mix here that kind of shook things up and kind of changed things from the way that they were at one particular point in time. Clean my glasses. But this feels like a very pivotal moment that you've come to, but not one that you desire. You find yourself here having to really make decisions, you know, out of necessity. It's not something that you asked for. It's just how things have rolled out, okay? Let's take a look here. Now, with these energies that's been revealed, we want to find out how you can best utilize this information, how you can best utilize energies that are within your control right now. And I'm going to use my African Goddess Rising deck. And I am interpreting this energy both from a masculine and a feminine perspective, okay? And so don't pay attention to gender if I'm saying she or he or queen or king, right? Because it's energy that we're looking at. So how can Leo best utilize this energy that's within their reach right now, Spirit? Please help us understand how Leo can best utilize the energies that are at their disposal. All right, I think that was all that came out. Let's make sure. All right, so we have Live Out Loud with Yasigi. We have Etheric Chords with Azuli Dantor, and with Nami, we have Desire. So let's jump into it. So how you can best utilize these energies that are present right now. So starting with Yasigi, which is from the Temple of Griots. It's actually water element. And so this is energy coming in to allow a level of fluidity and flexibility, emotional stability, intuition, and guidance. Also cleansing as well is going to be important through this energy. And coming from the Temple of Griots, this is about history. This is about telling your story, you know, to continue the cultural continuity. This is using your voice, your throat chakra, your ears, right? This is the fifth energy center here. And this could have a lot to do with reputation, excuse me. And it could have a lot to do with masking, because I see there's a lot of, first of all, dancing happening. It almost feels ceremonial, but the masks are what's sticking out for me. And the energy here coming in through this cleansing, through this emotional stability, is opening up and allowing you to be open to express what needs to be said, what needs to be done, you know, what needs to be felt mostly, you know, allowing expression to happen. Healing can't happen unless we are able to express what's going on within. If we stifle it, if we sweep it under the rug, if we pretend like it's not happening, it doesn't get healed, right? It just gets hidden under masks, under a smile, when we're actually dying inside from pain and unhealed trauma and disappointment that we haven't even allowed ourselves to express. We haven't even allowed ourselves to grieve the loss, you know, or the disappointment that's happened. And this is the energy of realizing there's something that you may need to say. There may be something that you have to say. Use your voice. Your voice is your wand. I've heard that said many times. And it's important for you to express that energy, that magic that you hold within. And it's how you express that's really important to you, not so much important to everyone else, because when you start speaking your truth, it's not going to make everybody happy, because it's your truth. It's yours, not theirs. Your truth benefits you. Many times it may benefit others, but it's a release for you. And understand that you can speak your truth. You don't have to speak in a way, or avoid speaking in a way because you're afraid to disappoint others, or you don't have to speak in a way that's going to cater to others and make them happy. This is about you opening up and being able to express what needs to be expressed for you. It doesn't always have to be about healing and expressing grief and pain. This could even be you living out loud, expressing what is rising up through your heart center. That could look like joy. It could look like going to dance, being outgoing, extroverted, self-expressive, you know. It may mean, you know, climbing up on tables and dancing and, you know, screaming your points of view, all of that. And so it's not sacrificing yourself while trying to save others from pain when you are dying inside yourself. We're not doing that. You have something to say. I feel like there's always a way to say it. But if you have something to say, you are free to do that. Your health depends on that, Leo. Okay? Gone are the days where boys are taught to suck it up and hold it in. It doesn't mean that you have to be an overflowing emotional mess, but we are all human, born with the same components when it comes to spirituality. One of those main components is the heart, which feels, right? The heart, which expresses. Without that, there's something major that's lacking. There is no wholeness without the ability to express. And yeah, sometimes we do express in anger and, you know, frustration. That's a part of the passion that's felt inside. We do need to be careful how we do that and allow that out. Nevertheless, it needs to be expressed. And so Yasigi brings that energy to the forefront. All of this that's happening right now, there's a level of expression where you can use your voice, use your ability to express outwardly how you're feeling, how you are processing these things, because it's not a good energy. Some of the energy that I felt is rather painful and disappointing. You know, nobody enters into a relationship with the idea that one day it's going to end with this person running off with someone else. You know, no one enters a relationship with the idea that I'm going to commit 20, 30 years of my life and then all of a sudden I'm just going to be alone, left high and dry. Nobody enters with that idea of how this relationship will end. We all enter into connections feeling like this is the one, you know, many times, right? If it's a healthy thing as you're entering in, but we enter in with the highest of hopes, you know, and so the energy here is rather, it's something that it needs to be acknowledged, not just swept under the rug. This is what disease is made of: unprocessed energy, unprocessed pain. And so Spirit wants you to use your expression to release some of this. Okay? Do it in a positive way, but release it. Don't hold this in, Leo. And then with etheric chords, we're talking about the energy of the Lovers, and it's a very fiery energy. Fire comes in as this determined energy, strong, transformational, and radiant. And under the temple of the Lovers, it's very high vibrating, representing love, agape love, romantic love, familial love, platonic love, whatever level of connection this represents for you. It's bringing in love figuratively, physically, and through your heart space as well. And so for me, this is saying that the heart is very much involved here. There's no way to subtract that from this equation. So if you're someone that doesn't like to feel vulnerable and exposed, you may not have any other choice with this if you want to come out of this healthy. Urzuli Dantor is what we're talking about, etheric chords, is speaking about that wholehearted, healthy love. And if it's not that, release it. It needs to be let go. Because we need to really focus in and understand our worth. What it is that we're worthy of, right? And when we say wholehearted, that means respect, honor, preference, even privilege, you know? And so, and sacrifice is very much a part of that equation as well. And I would even go so far as to say, for many, for closed relationships, right? If this feels like it could definitely be that, it's commitment and loyalty as well. Not having to feel like you have to look over your back or like you're comparing yourself to someone else. That's not love. And so there could be like energy cords here in this situation, and it could be to the one that you're committed to. It could be to someone outside of the relationship where there's a attachment here to someone that is no longer part of the situation, but that energy cord is very much still attached and strong. And it's something that someone needs to let go of. There's an energy cord here that needs to be released. Cords form in many different ways. Energy cords form when we allow ourselves to be open to anyone, right? We form energy cords to our loved ones, to our spouse. We form energy cords to our children, to our parents, right? We also form energy cords to people that we don't necessarily see a long-term life with. Maybe you met someone at a club and they look nice, they smell nice, and you're like, I want to see what that's like, right? And you take them home, and you know what happens? Well, you just formed an energy cord. And if you don't know what that means, then you definitely have formed an attachment to someone that will actually most likely be attached to you. Even when you decide to go and hook up with your forever mate, that energy cord from that one night stand, the energy cord from all the previous relationships, anyone that you've opened yourself up to physically, mentally, spiritually, sexually, emotionally, you're forming energy cords. You're providing space for them to come in to your being. And it's forming energy cords. And so when you go to actually move into this forever thing, this forever relationship, where you have all this baggage coming along with you. And yes, that baggage does determine, and it does affect the current relationship that you're trying to build. Whether you know it or not, it's there. And so there could be here some energy cords that you didn't even realize was very much still attached for someone here. There's a need to dissolve and detach from some energy cords that are still very much alive and well and strong and vibrating. Just like we get into the shower every day to cleanse our physical bodies, many of us pray and we go into meditation to assess and cleanse our spiritual bodies as well. That's part of clearing out the debris, just like we collect debris on our physical bodies. And we collect, if we don't wash, right, there's a certain odor that starts to build when we don't wash, right? It's the same in the spirit. There's debris that collects, if you would imagine what that looks like. And there's a certain smell that collects too when we don't cleanse spiritually. Whatever you want to call that. We probably all have different names for it. That's what I'm talking about. Karmic ties, karmic ribbons, emotional cords, or etheric cords is what we're talking about. There's spiritual maintenance required. And this may have been something that was not realized. This may be something that's coming in and affecting your relationship. And Spirit is coming in to let you know there's some cleansing that needs to happen. There's some cords that need to be broken because you are worthy of a good relationship and of a compassionate, whole connection. But there's some cleansing now that you understand this energy that's happening around your relationship or whatever this connection is. There could be a need for some cleansing, okay? So if you're not familiar with that, look into that. Look into spiritual cleansing. This could be why this dark man showed up and the Hierophant clarified. There may be spiritual minister that you're seeking right now that can help you, right, to understand and to kind of cleanse in that way your spiritual body, your aura. And so this is energy that you can utilize, this spiritual cleansing, okay, that will help you. Even if it doesn't restore what this is here, even moving forward, it will give you an opportunity to build healthy relationships, right? And then lastly, we have desire with Name. Name is from the Temple of Conjurers. Now, Conjurers is from the goddesses and gods that deal with magic. It's almost like sorcerers and sorcerers who wield their power to create and to transmute. They operate from the sacral chakra through the air element. And this is intention, this is intelligence, connection, and this is very much the energy of being underestimated, right? You don't even see this energy coming. And so with desire, this is the energy of being able to see into the future, to dream, to imagine something greater than what you know, than what you are, right? And not thinking small or constricting yourself with thinking small or staying in a box or being afraid to step out. The desires that we carry actually create life for us. And so we need to be open and allow them to flow. It's through our imagination that we create. It starts here, how we think. And so there's the opportunity here for you with this energy coming in for you to actually step into a higher realm of creativity and ask yourself, examine your heart and find out, what do you desire? Be real specific with it. And when you visualize it, not only visualize it by seeing it, also use your other senses. What does it smell like? What does it feel like? You know, what does it sound like? Use your senses to see it and call that thing in. This energy is coming in to help you to see beyond your present state, right? I don't feel like you are where you want to be. It doesn't feel like that to me, but I'll leave that to you to determine. Even if you are where you want to be, this is the opportunity to actually step into something even greater and to analyze what's happening on the inside. Are you just settling for what's now, for what it is, what it looks like, where you are? Or are you moving forward? Are you growing? Are you desiring to excel and expand? Because once we stop growing, you might as well just say, all right, go somewhere, lay down, and I don't want to say the word, but you stop living. You stop living. And that's not what Spirit wants for you. And so analyze, like, do you have desires? And if your desires are apparent to you, where are they coming from? Are they being manifested through love? Or are they being manifested through fear and sub forms of fear like hate and resentment, right? What desires are cultivating on the inside of you, Leo? And where is that coming from? What's the root of that desire? It's either coming from fear-based, that's going to keep you small and, keep you in this very stuck mindset, or it's going to come from your soul experience that's going to expand you. Because what you desire desires you. So if it's fear-based and it's coming from a distorted place of unhealed parts of yourself, that's all that you're going to pull in, is more of that. And so Spirit is providing this information and this energy to you to open up the potential of whatever that is, okay? Let's see. We're going to look at some more energy for you, Leo. And I'm going to pull from my Urban Tarot deck to do that. Let's get some more energy for Leo. I don't know why Spirit is bringing this up, but Spirit is saying right now, our outcome is dependent upon, it's 10% of what happens to us and 90% of what we do with that. Let me say that again. The outcome, our overall outcome, experience that we have in life is only 10% of what happens to us. The other 90% is what we do with that. So that says to me that we are very much in control of how things turn out. We have a lot of, say in how that will look. All right, for Leo. Whoa. Okay. So we have the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. We have the Justice and the Fool. And lastly, we have the Prince of Cups. Now, immediately what I'm getting, because the first card that came out was the 5 of Wands, which is drama. It's strife. And this is what Spirit wants you to recognize right now, either about yourself or about the energies around you or coming towards you. Now, this strife could represent, it's a 5, it's a energy of change, right? And that could be something coming in to change your energy from this very peaceful state and trying to bring in a level of disturbance, right? Or it could be you stirring up this energy, causing this energy. Take that however it resonates, but it's about shaking up this peace, right? And in many cases, it could also be this energy coming in to shake up complacency. Sometimes things come in to challenge us, to kick it up a notch, right? To understand the value of what we have and the necessity of taking care of it and valuing it. And so this strife, this competition, this contest, a battle, different factions of clashing with each other is coming in here. But there's also positives that come out of this as well. Again, as I was saying, it's kind of shaking things up. Sometimes things need to be shaken up so we can realize, listen, do you see what that is? Right? And that's how you gonna treat that? That's how you gonna do that? And so the positives are also like a completion. And that strife that leads us to positives. to better ourselves, to step it up a notch, to overcome our own personal insecurities and difficulties and grow. Now, if you are somebody that challenges themselves often, this is probably not talking to you. But eventually, it's this competition that will lead us to a level of personal victory. Because when we go into the Six of Wands, right, that's the next tarot card up, there's victory. There's soaring, right? There's riding on the high horse and understanding, yes, I'm on top of the world. I completed and I passed my test, right? And so this is almost like a test of sorts. But first we have to fight to defend our position. We have to understand what it is that we have that's worth defending. And I feel like there's something here that fits that category. Of course, there's a level of resistance that we encounter as we drive towards making that difference. And I don't care how upstanding and righteous you are, there will always be those that come against us, or things. It doesn't even have to be a person. It could just be energy. It could be just things, circumstances that will come against us to test us, right? That resist this good idea, this beautiful idea that we have around whatever this is. Well, I thought, I could, be the best spouse that I could be. I thought I would be like a gift to him or her, right? But there's things that come in to challenge that. And it's to make us grow. It's to keep us moving forward, okay? And so this energy coming in right now could work in two different ways. But overall, whether you end up, moving forward with this person, or moving forward in the way that you intended in the beginning of this, if it's a relationship or if it's a business connection, whatever happens, the intention behind this is that you grow, Leo, is that you grow. And this Six of Swords usually talks about moving away from the drama, the stress, the conflict. The Six of Swords comes in after the Five of Swords, which is this level of change being called. The Five of Swords also carries that very complex energy, this energy of confusion and just drama, right? But then the Six of Swords follows that up with, I'm moving away from here. I'm not even going to deal with this. I'm moving to higher ground, to peaceful ground, right? I'm sorry for any of the pain that I've caused, but listen, I need peace, And so this also could be bringing in an energy of feeling like, no matter what you do, like, what is it that I need to do? What will make you happy? It's almost feeling almost a little hopeless as well. It's like, well, I can't make you happy, so I'm just going to move on about my own little way. And so this energy is a difficult energy. And it brings us to a place of whether we will decide to, it's like the fight or flight, coming to that point. Do I want to continue fighting, even though this seems like a hopeless battle? Or do I want to just go ahead and move on to peaceful ground? It's coming to that decision. And it feels like someone is moving on to peaceful ground. That's what it feels like. Because there's the feeling of like, no matter what you do, like there's no winning, And This could also come in the form of legal disputes as well, and having to get like legal representation involved as well. Trying to end this peacefully. And so justice gives me that energy too. It's like seeking a higher level of jurisdiction to step in and help out with what is just, making sure that it's fair, making sure that something is right, and making sure that there is someone that's able to ensure that that happens. And so, yeah. And then the Fool comes in, moving forward to new ground. It almost feels like there is the decision that's been made. These are the energies that Spirit wants you to recognize. So it almost feels like someone has already made a decision, and they already have in their mind as well what they want their future to look like. And it seems like it may in fact be different than anything that has been experienced here. Someone just wants a fresh start. That's the energy I'm feeling with the Fool, with the Justice, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Somebody just wants something where they don't have to struggle, they don't have to deal with drama. They do want to part peacefully and make sure that everything is equal and just and balanced. Someone sees a clear picture of what it is that they want, and it's different than what this has been. It's different. And so, yeah. Now, if you are open to the energies here, let's find out if we're open to the energies and the information revealed here being shown. Let's see what the results will bring in. So take it as it resonates. This may even be very specific for someone. But let's take a look here. If Leo is open to the energies and the information here. Oh, bless me. Let's see what will result for you, Leo. I do feel like we are called to peace, you know, not wrath. And sometimes we do get to the point where it's just unbearable and there's no going back, if I could say that, or making it better. Like we've come too far to, I don't know. And sometimes it is. It's something that can be healed. But it's recognizing for yourself what's true. So what will result if Leo is open to these energies that has been revealed here? Roots of abundance, wish upon a star, and healing the heart. Now, I think that's beautiful. And so roots of abundance is really the energy of being stable and grounded and rooted in yourself, to the point where no matter what happens, no matter who comes, who goes, no matter what you have or what you need, was taken, that the inner parts of your being, your spiritual man, is unmoved. Though the storms are raging outside of you, tearing everything apart, you remain rooted and grounded in your being. Roots of abundance. Anchoring yourself and really feeling secure in life, no matter what the outside external circumstances are. Trusting and believing in your abundance. So many times we think abundance is money. We think abundance is houses and cars, when abundance is, it is those things, but it's everything. It's the abundance of peace. It's the abundance of joy. It's the abundance of thankfulness. Being able to recognize your how fortunate you are, your situation. Is being able to recognize the good in your situation. And it's this unstoppable, unshakable trust that everything is going to work out in your favor when it's all said and done. Yeah, it may be rough on certain patches on your path, but it's leading you somewhere. It's leading you to a higher place, a higher existence, where you'll not only survive, but you'll be able to thrive. And so, if you're open to these energies and the energies that were revealed here, that Spirit wants you to be aware of, the energies that you can actually utilize as you're going through these different situations, right? There's this level of grounded stability that's available to you. Knowing is half the battle, right? And then doing something with what it is that you know is the other part of that. Again, not settling, but continuing to grow and reaching forward, reaching for the stars and expanding your life, your dreams, everything that you can imagine for yourself. Just because there is an ending doesn't mean there's an end to life. One ending means that there's another beginning about to start, okay? And it's understanding that with the roots of abundance. And I can't help but point out, this is a tree. Now, it is said that this is actually a very old, it looks like a very mature tree. And it looks like it actually goes pretty high into the sky. Now imagine, it is said that for the height that that tree expands upward towards the sky, usually it's equally planted deep within the earth. So to the height that it expands upward, it actually goes down into the earth, that exact same length or depth. That's why it is rooted and grounded. No matter what storms happen, usually it's not going anywhere, at least not easily, right? It's planted, it's firm, it's solid. Now, as far as wish upon a star, I feel like this energy is you being in a position where you are able to actually put your intentions out there and your desires and your aspirations and your dreams, and you're able to align that intention with your actions and bring that to fruition. You're in a position to vision what it is that you want. Now, yes, it's going to take sacrifice, but anything worth having is worth working for and sacrificing for. And it's going to take you taking a risk on yourself and believing that you're worthy of this, that you're worth it, that you're worth the risk. You're worth the When we say risk, that means that there's some level of unsurety, right? When you go gamble, you're taking a risk that you may in fact lose your money, but there's something there that you're willing to, the wins that you may have is worth the risk of losing the little, right? It's kind of like that idea, but you betting on yourself and trusting that what it is that you're moving towards is most definitely possible, and it can become your reality. Right? So don't stop daydreaming. Don't stop visualizing. Don't stop reaching higher and seeing more for yourself. I don't care how much you've accomplished. As long as there is air flowing warm in your body, you're able to expand and do more and dream bigger. That's what Wish Upon a Star represents. And I don't think it's by mistake that they placed a child in this card, because children are very, they almost come with a natural faith. It's like, that's why they say have the child, a faith of a child, because the children believe so trustingly. They don't have to have evidence. They just believe, right? There's this natural, innocent belief that they have. And it's almost like stepping back into that energy, allowing yourself to just believe freely, without any reason, rhyme, or just believe. Believe that you're able to have what it is that you desire. And also make sure you understand where those desires are coming from. Remember we talked about that, Leo? Understanding where those desires coming from. Make sure they're coming from love and not fear. Okay? Not desire to see harm for anyone else. And then lastly, we have healing the heart. Of course, this is beautiful for this message because we're talking about healing. We're talking about making things right. The willingness to release pain, past pain that may not even in fact have anything to do with how you're moving forward. There's a need to be responsible, be accountable, taking the time that you need to heal and to get healthy and to fix or correct things that are out of alignment with you. This is also about renewal and rebirth after disappointment, after that thing happened that caused some type of loss for you. That loss could be emotional, mental, it could be any part of your existence, right? When we're wounded emotionally, we need time to regroup, right? We need time to heal, to get back centered. And especially as it pertains to like a breakup or a separation, or that had some dealings with betrayal. That's big. That's huge. It's not something that you just wake up and shake it off and say, all right, we're going. No. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Even when it comes to losing loved ones, right? There's time that's needed to heal from that. And so this is what Spirit is offering if you're open to the information here, to the energies that were revealed, if you're receptive to hear it and receive it, and to actually go in and work with these energies that came up today, acknowledge them, and make the necessary changes or get help where it's needed, or do the work. Do the work. And so that's what I have for you, Leo. That's what came out. This is actually a very heavy reading. And so my heart goes out to you, Leo, whoever this message is for. And I definitely want to tap into your angel guides. And so to the angel guides for Leo, what information would you like to bring out for Leo? I don't know if you have a question, Leo, that you have on your mind. But I'm open. The angels are open to answer that question. If there's something that Leo needs to hear right now, tap in for Leo. Angels, please and thank you. For Leo. I'm sending lots of love, lots of positive energy towards you, my Leos. Okay. So angel answers for Leo. If you have a yes or no answer that you're asking, you can ask that, and we're going to trust the angels to answer you, okay? If you have a specific question that's not yes or no, you can ask that as well. And let's see what comes out. A few cards have come out already, and so for Leo, let's get one more. Okay. So first off came out, not the right time. So if you were asking whether or not something was coming in for you, or whether or not it's a good time for you to do something specific or receive something, whatever that question was, it's not quite the right time. But it may in fact be shortly coming here in the near future. In the near future. And so whatever that question was, not the right time, but in the near future. Place that wherever it goes, if that applied to your question. I also have abundance that came out. We did talk a lot about abundance. The angels want you to know that you are absolutely abundant, no matter what's going on here. See, that's where we get it mixed up. We think that just because we go through difficulties or hard times, or something didn't work out, or there's a different plan or path that we're about to head down, that changes who we are. It doesn't. If anything, it actually embellishes who we are. It increases our worth. The angels want you to know that you are abundant, Leo. Just as you are. You were born abundant. There's an inheritance that was on you when you came out of the womb. No external circumstance can change that. That was your birthright, and it will always be. So just because we have failures in certain things in life, that doesn't change who we are. Again, if anything, that increases our worth, because now we have a level of wisdom under our belt, if we've learned the lessons behind it, that we can actually move forward in. So the abundance, if anything, has increased. So your angels want you to know how abundant you are right now. And then remember, abundance is not always just physical, but it spans the whole of who we are. Physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, emotional. You know, it's all of those things. You are abundant. Your angels want you to know that. And lastly, the angels are asking you to get more information. There could be something that you are trying to decide whether or not you want to step into. It needs more information. Don't jump into anything half-cocked. Be informed. Be educated. If it's for you, understand that it's not going anywhere. It's a line. Matter of fact, you call that in. And it's not necessarily that there's a timeline, right? There sometimes is divine timing, but it's almost like that energy of what you want wants you, you know, and it's aligned to you. If it's yours, it has your name on it, right? You have time to search it out and to be more informed about it. And I'm hearing Spirit say, be leery of those things and those people that would come in a rush and want you to hurry up and make a decision. Be leery of that, right? Take your time. Get more information. Be informed, okay? So you can make an educated decision, all right? All right, Leo, that's for you. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I appreciate you so very much. You are valued. You are loved. Never doubt that, okay? My name is Letty. If you've enjoyed this message, if it's been helpful, please consider liking, sharing, commenting. And if you're new, my name is Letty. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And hit the bell so you'll be notified when we post new content or go live, okay? Thank you so much, my Leos. This is what was coming in during the super blue moon that just came in for us, okay? Until next time, Leos, make sure you take care of yourself first and foremost, okay? All right. See you next time, Leo. Bye.